Hey everyone, it's Max here. I got an electric guitar at the studio today. It's a 6-string American Strat and it needs some new strings. I thought I'd take this time to show you how I'm going to do it, and I'll show you some of the tools that I'm going to use, so stick around. The tools that you need for this job are very simple. The most important one is the wire cutter, then a string winder. You'll need a pack of strings. I got a microfiber cloth and also a polish to clean the guitar afterwards. And only if you have a drill and perhaps this drill bit, this could be very useful because it will make your life a lot easier when you're winding the strings. That's it. We're ready to go. Let's do it. Alright, so the first thing that I like to do is to take off the strings. And I like to take all the strings off. There's no problem with that method at all. Nothing's going to happen to your neck. I know some people think you need to leave like a string on or something like that. If you need to leave a string on your guitar so your neck doesn't go out, you got to get that thing fixed up. Alright, so let's do this. Now, I'll use the drill on this side so you can see how much quicker this whole thing could be. There you go. So you can see that the drill really speeds up your life. I think this drill bit is from Diodario. Actually, I could be mistaken, but no, I think it's from Diodario, yeah. This one was put in all weird. I may have to cut this. Let me see. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so now that I got the strings off, what I usually like to do is just cut off the ends. That way I can feed them through. Right over here. There you go. Take them out. Wind the strings like this. Alright, next thing, we're going to get our new strings. This is 10 to 46 by Elixir from OptiWeb. By the way, this is a friend's guitar, so it's pretty cool that I get to do it. Anyways, I guess I'll start with the low E string. So let's first talk about how to feed the strings through. You want to feed them through those holes right in there. Okay, so take out the strings. Very simple. Feed it right through that hole. Okay. Take it out. Feed it through. There you go. That's one. Next string. A string. Gauge 36. There we go. Same thing. Put it through the hole. Feed it through. There you go, you're good. And I'll keep doing that for all the strings, obviously. Very important thing is to know which hole to feed it through. Here's the D string. Now this is a good thing to have as well, some sort of a towel so that your guitar doesn't get scratched up. I use just a regular table. If you have a workbench, that's even better, but I'm in a music school, I can't have all the crazy amazing tools. like some guitar techs. And by the way, I'm actually not a guitar tech, but I've spent a lot of years working in music stores and have done a lot of restrings. So this is a very basic thing. I think every guitarist should know how to do that. And there's probably tricks that professional repair guys know and do to speed things up. But you know what? This is fine. If you do it like this, you'll be okay. I'm not gonna guide you the wrong way. Okay, here's the last one. So now I'll put the guitar like this. So the strings are fed through. Let's move over to this side of the guitar because this is where everybody has a little bit of trouble with. Okay, so now that we're at this stage, this part here is very, very important. What I like to do first is just turn all the posts to face the fretboard. Just makes the job a little bit easier afterwards. Now, my friend did buy this guitar used, and I can see that 4 of the... so yeah, these things are actually a little different. Yeah, there we go. So these are probably the original ones, or maybe these were replaced. So these posts, they're taller than those. So you'll have to leave much less slack here than over here. The method will still be the same. So let's take a look. I feed the string through. There you go. First all the way to the end. Then I push it back a little bit. I leave some slack so you can see how much space I'm leaving here. It's a thick string, so you might want to leave about this much or maybe even a little bit less. But I think this should be okay. What I do is I go over the top of the string. There you go, just like that. The bottom, I pull up, and now what I'm going to start doing is just winding. There you go. Very simple process. This grip here is extremely important, or I should say the position of my fingers. So I'm actually pressing down with this finger while pulling up with these. It makes it so that I can control the string very easily. There you go. So that's the E string. It's on there, all good to go. You don't need to over tighten it. In fact, it should be kind of loose. Alright, let's do the B string. Sorry, the A string. So, same thing. The post is facing the fretboard. I put it through the hole. With this one, I can actually leave now a little bit less slack because this string is thinner. So, maybe something like that. That will be fine. Again, this here is extremely important. I go over top. Boom. I get into my hand position. Pull this up. Leave it up standing. Start winding. Very important that the string goes underneath itself. There you go. So you can see that if you don't have this tool, the string winder, it's gonna take a little bit longer, and maybe your forearm won't exactly like it. There you go. Okay. All right. So with these tiny posts, let's see. I guess I'm not gonna leave that much space at all, or that much slack, I should say. Here we go. So put that through. Boom. Go back. Even I guess less. There you go. Put it around. With this one, you know what? I'm going to use my drill. Yeah, These tiny posts are very unpredictable. There you go. So that one kind of went over itself a little bit. Very unexpected. Alright, so I'll cut these off now actually. When you're cutting off the strings, you want to be as close as possible to those posts so that it doesn't ruin your bag or your hard case, whatever it may be. This is, by the way, called a string tree. Here we go. So now we're going to go in with the G string. So with these, I'm just going to really not leave a lot of slack. Let's go around. Boom. There you go. The method's all the same. To be honest, I prefer these. Feels like the guitar would be, or the strings, more in tune. But hey, that's the way it is. Alright. Put the string through. Now with this part, I guess it's important to make sure that it's going right underneath the string tree. There we go. Now I can't remember if the strings should be, if the string tree should be moving that much. One second. This string tree is very loose. I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, B string, let's go. Again, not leaving, usually for these unwound strings, I would leave maybe this much slack so I can get a lot of the string wound on a big post like this. But with these tiny ones, now I'll just pull back. There you go, that should be okay. Now this one you want to put right underneath the string tree and start winding. Go. Alright, there we go. And the last string, here we go, the high E. Again, put it through the hole, very simple. Leave a little bit of slack. Pull it up. Make sure it goes underneath. We'll naturally usually do that anyway, but sometimes you gotta check. Okay, so you can hear that the guitar is out of tune now. All you have to do, well actually hold on, to finalize this job, let's cut off these strings. Boom. Boom. And boom. Okay, and that's, honestly, that's all it is. So the next step is to stretch the strings, tune the guitar up, and that's it, you're done. That's pretty much how you restring an electric guitar. Alright, so let's take a look. There we go. There we go. That was a little fugly, but that's okay. And there we go. So the restring is done. There it is. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully this was helpful.